Alrighty, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. We're going to episode 2 for Dark Embrace. We join our party as they get themselves into trouble as they usually do, but does anybody remember what trouble they're getting themselves into this time?
I fainted.
Yes, you did.
I have 5 villain points. Somebody else take this one.
5 villain points.
I have bad memory issues, but I'll try and fill us all in.
Yep. Go ahead.
We opened the scene of Edwin and the group walking in the woods when Edwin noticed a large column of smoke somewhere in the forest. Going over, they found Danu and Lavinie, which then like what Edwin like abandoned Lilith in the fire. So like
I
she
didn't abandon
she
her.
quote unquote died, and we got to know uh that Danu was a druid shapeshifter thing, and I'm a lazy ass bard who can't come up with any kind of backstory whatsoever. From there, we found out that Lilith was alive. Hooray! And then I somehow managed to get my character at least, uh, like into a life owed slavery thing. I don't know. I shook a hand, felt pain in my neck. The end. Danu turned into a wolf. And as we were all talking, trying to discern what all was happening, someone mentioned vampires. My character fainted. Danu was still a wolf, I think. I don't know. My memory's bad at this. And I don't take notes, by the way.
That's why we have the recording, so not to worry. But that gives a good idea of what happened as we rejoin the party. Not where we left off, but a good while later as we are running all the way over to where the next day you're in the area in which you are hunting monsters. Maggie has informed you that this is indeed the area in which attacks on caravans have been happening and wanderers keep going missing.
Oh, sounds like fun.
Well, it's what we're here for, Nicholas. So maybe show some professionalism, huh? As I look
Oh,
over at our
you're right.
adventure.
Here we go into our possible death. Woo! Yay! Thank you, Edwin. I needed
Dro
a
happily
reminder.
barks. He's just like, yeah, we're going to do the thing. Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess I can pay off my, debt to society this way. So, you got to do what you got to do.
Don't forget your debt to me.
Yeah. Well, hey, who are you again?
I'm the fire guy.
Oh, nope, not ringing a bell. Right. So what's the plan here?
The plan is to
Try
start
not to
looking
die.
around. Try not to die, look around, try and figure out what's attacking people.
Oh,
And
hey,
as a side mission, apparently teach you some what's the word I'm looking for?
Balls?
No.
Cojones?
No.
Dro boops, trying to add to the conversation, despite the fact he speak dog.
Dro gets head pat.
He is
As above
contagious.
table,
Doggo.
it's not Lilith that's drawing this big of a blank, it's the player. What is the word that I am looking for?
What would the word mean?
Through the dictionary.
I find it funny that you think I own a dictionary.
I have like
Basically,
You-
accountability, self accountability. That's
mm,
the word.
maybe, just maybe.
We'll get it through you eventually.
What is this accountability?
Oh, of course, Danu wouldn't know what accountability is.
It basically means taking responsibility for your own actions.
That seems dumb.
Well, let me put it in a way that you might understand. Let's say you kill the mother bear,
Hmm.
and the cub walks up to you. Do you A, kill the bear, or B, raise it up to be nice and strong?
You need to kill it too, otherwise it will swear a death oath. That's what I would do.
Edwin,
I
do
suppose
remember
it's
that they
still
live by the
possible.
wild.
Well, I guess technically speaking, that is accountability.
If I manage to kill a bear, then that means its den is now mine. That is how it works.
What if you already have a den?
Then I shall have 2 dens, and my
Oh.
hunting ground increases.
A summer den.
What
I get
happened?
the
Oh.
feeling you're very wild and untamed. I wonder why.
You're saying this to like a woman who is currently wearing a stag skull, and I outright you, you can easily tell this woman does not bathe.
Do you mispronounce names all the time?
Oh God.
I barely I barely recall what you 2-leggers call yourselves.
I know what you're thinking. Don't bring it up. We're posting this on YouTube. It could get copyright striked. Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's how this is gonna go. That one's not allowed in the city. Lilith is gonna go start looking for clues.
Yep,
Mm,
I
right
assume you're
behind
City
you.
gesturing
will
towards
go with.
Danu when you said that she wasn't allowed in cities.
Correct.
Okay, fair enough.
Out of curiosity, who here has the best vision in terms of like perception?
In terms of perception,
So
I've got a plus
yeah,
one.
If I
the-
were to use your numerical values, I would say mine is a +6.
So is mine.
So I have a +4, but I have a passive perception of 19.
Oh, dang.
21.
Okay. Edwin is going to turn toward Nicholas. Okay. No offense to Danu, but Nicholas just kind of steals better. So Nicholas, come on, and Edwin will take out his broom. Be very careful. It's fragile.
You.
And burned.
Oh, the stick that Okay, all righty, sure.
Climb on, and Edwin will hop onto his broom.
Edwin, I don't think that's going to hold both of you.
Will Edwin, not Edwin, Cece, will it hold both me and Nicholas? I mean, Nicholas is like that. Okay,
Figured
Nick.
out when you were looking to this last time. It will hold you, but be moving at half speed, so max of 30. If it's overweighted, it won't go anywhere.
Okay, then Edwin will hold out the broom and to Nicholas instead and say like, go up above the tree, see if we can spot anything.
Oh,
Murderous."
I see. Now, do I have to say some, words or something, or do I have to kick it a few times, or?
If you kick it, I kick you. You just have to say Escado, and it will go where you need to go.
Escado. All right. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. She kicks.
As
It
the
oh,
broom is attempting to fly off in the direction Edwin just pointed after saying the command word.
Well, we're probably going to lose him somewhere in the sky.
How do you control this thing?
say what I just said. I call out to him.
Oh, yes, because every day you fly on a broom. Yeah, it's just normal.
You know, for some strange reason, this reminds me of a poor, unfortunate fool who was trying to fly a broom similar to this one. I don't know where I remember it from, though. Something to do with wizards, I think.
Did it fall and snap its neck?
Okay, I think I'm getting the hand of it now. All right. Okay, I'm gonna.
You mean the handle of it?
Oh,
Arr.
Oh god.
I am a bard. What would you expect?
Well, I would
all
expect
right,
better.
I'm going to do a little investigation or perception up here. Any signs of any foul beasts?
Roll me perception.
Alrighty,
If you see any black beady eyes, stay away from it.
I see what I see.
As
Oh.
you raise up above the tree line, you're getting a good look. Is the road from where your friends currently are, as you can see them slowly growing small as the broom takes you higher and higher and higher. And you realize, Nicholas, am I afraid of heights?
Does it lead to death? Then probably.
Oh, you're about 250 feet in the air right now.
Oh yeah. Even a rational person would have some fear. Ooh.
And as you're looking around, you see the trees are very thick off to the north. They're more sparse down on the south. So if you were going to go hide somewhere, more likely you'd take the northern path. But if you're dealing with an intelligent enemy, you might have something that knows that's where people are going to look. So they might go south. So you're not sure which way, but your best bet would be to the north. And as you're raking the trees, you see some birds, a deer, and blue glowing eyes, and
What?
what looks like a chipmunk that's trying to eat its way into a tree alongside a woodpecker. There seems to be an argument starting there. Nobody's really sure, but they're starting to get a little bit loud. Also, there is what looks like a baby bear about 300, 400 feet away from where the party is, just kind of walking around in a little bit of a clearing.
Mm.
Don't
Yeah.
kill it. You'll piss off the mother.
Well, I'm gonna assume if we're looking for some sort of monster, there'd be less wildlife around. I think it
Okay.
We
probably.
are not up there with him, so we can't react
Yep.
to this.
Continue.
Uh,
What you got for me,
Okay.
Nicholas?
Um, I don't. I mean, what did you say about blue eyes?
You did briefly see blue glowing eyes watching you from inside one of the tree. And it's not, oh, these are just eyes looking down. No, these were locked onto you.
Oh, yeah. Are they big? Are they? They must be big. If I'm 200 feet.
When you look back, you don't see it anymore.
Blue eyes. Uh, I don't think I don't think I'm qualified to be 200 feet up in the air right now, and blue eyes is not helping my nerves. I'm going to start flying back to the party and recount what I've seen.
Okay.
I, ooh, it must be
Hey,
cold
you
up
have
here.
a bit of sweat, like, everywhere. Do you happen to be afraid of heights?
Am I on the ground now? Out of
Yes.
character? Yeah, well, I mean, most rational people would be afraid of being something like 200 feet up in the air. So, yeah, of course.
I think I'd rather be mauled by a Tarrasque, personally.
Oh, yeah?
So,
I
You'll hear a
can't say.
distant roar.
Oh,
uh-oh.
You feel the
what?
ground
Hey, shall we
shake.
go that way?
We're going to be running in the opposite direction of that.
What? What is it?
Run. Don't ask. Run.
Oh, okay.
Would anybody trained in Arcana like to try?
sure.
Oh,
Sure.
I've got
I could,
some.
I could
nah.
too.
19.
Why do you have advantage on it?
I don't know.
Should be a 10 then.
Yeah,
I
advantage.
don't have advantage in. This is just normal rolls.
Yeah, just reset it at the toggle at the top.
I don't know.
Oh, let me do it.
If it's not present, usually I believe like it's usually the first roll is like the real roll.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There we go. I fixed it. But Lilith is the only one that rolled high enough. Lilith, there's the old bit of lore that's lost to some of the books that you remember, specifically dealing with the Tarask. It is a very dangerous monster in no matter what plane you're on, but the mere mention of it without proper wardings and protections can gain its ire. And if it's said enough times, it will force its way onto a plane and become a problem.
Okay, so we hear it, so it's distant, so it's not here at the moment, is what I'm guessing.
If you get the distinct feeling, if you were over close to where that war was, you might hear the ripples of that thing trying to force its way onto the plane.
Okay, Lilith is going to look at Lavinia and go, don't speak its name. That's how it gets in.
Speak what name?
Exactly.
Oh, do you mean the Tarask?
Nope.
I
Lilith
know.
immediately puts her hand over your mouth the moment you try and speak.
Where do
At
you
least
find
I can
these
see it now.
people, Lilith?
You feel the ground shake under you as the roaring.
Oh no.
Lilith is
character?
going to no, not out of character. In character, Lilith pulls her Lavinia down close, hand still over her mouth, and whispers in your ear, "If you summon it, I will sacrifice you to it. Do you understand?"
Sacrificing does not sound good. I'll be quiet.
She pats you on the cheek and lets you go.
What would someone call that affection? I kind of like it.
I was about to question: is this how you civil folk court?
You see
Oh
in
no,
the
I'm just a
background,
freak.
Maggie just kind of rubs the heels of her palms into her temples.
Like I said, I whispered that.
Oh no, it was the second part that they're responding
Oh, the
to.
courting?
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, count yourself lucky. That's all she did.
Hmm. Well, I guess I probably shouldn't say the word to. Oh, I
You
can't say
get
that
hit
thing
full face
again.
with a stick. Just whack. I need a dexterity check.
Ah, no. Come here, dexterity.
As Aaron, or
I
not
get
Aaron,
a
fucking Levine is on the ground with a bloody nose. As you see Haji has a baseball bat. I'll fucking do it again. I'll fucking break your knees too. We'll start
Where
with your
did
knees.
you
I'll
get
do
a
it again.
baseball bat?
Stolen
What's
from Edmund.
what?
Okay.
I didn't have
Let
a
me get back
baseball
into
bat.
character. Give me a second. Ow! Excuse me, madam. That hurt very much.
Excuse you, I got the
Hey,
dick. I'll fucking hit you again.
what? Okay,
As
alright.
there is a weasel with a baseball bat standing on Lilith's shoulder, just staring at you.
Just calm down, little rat.
Rats!
Oh shit.
Rats!
Oh
You
shit.
want to see rats? Fine, I can do
No,
rats.
no, no,
And
no,
he puts
no,
his
no,
little
no.
paw up to his mouth and lets out a massive whistle.
Oh shit! Edwin
Oh.
comes out of his broom, like he grabs it off of Nicholas, pops on, and it goes straight up, like 30 feet into the air. You brought this
Oh.
on yourself.
My God. Shouldn't we be running? Nicholas
Wait, is
says.
there just a horde of rats?
You'll see the ground to the south of y'all start to move.
Ah.
Uh, can
Nic-
I try and
Nicholas
climb a
getting
tree?
out of the way.
Which
I'm
way are
gonna
you
go
running,
climb a
Nicholas?
tree.
Levine's going for a tree.
Can I make a general perception check to hear where there seems to be less noise coming from?
Not where the earth is bulging. Anywhere that's not that way.
Okay, then that direction I shall go.
Towards the bulge?
What? Oh, I don't know. All right, well, Redcon. Nicholas is just gonna let it happen. Whatever happens, happens.
If there are either one or many rats, Donner's gonna try to pet them.
Okay,
What
okay,
about-
I'm sorry you have proven your point. You're not a rat. I'm sorry. I don't know what to call you. What even creature are you?
What is Ayano and Lilith up to? Or the ground to the south is bulging, literally.
I
Like
mean,
an
I'm
air
not
bubble
afraid
is
of
starting to full.
I'm not afraid of Haji, so I'm just standing here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of Haji either. You know me.
As y'all see down to the south, the ground explode, popping and expelling what looks like thousands of rats into the air.
Rat geyser just.
Most of them are brown or black or white or gray, but there are a couple that are this sickly green and glow.
Oh, so this is the army he meant.
And they are coming charging from the other side of the road. A tidal wave of tiny furry bodies.
How high of a tidal wave?
I mean, they're on the ground for the moment, so it's probably only about 2 feet tall.
Okay, so I'm safe 30 feet in the air on my broom.
Lavinia, you said you were trying to climb a tree. Can I get an athletics check?
Yes, yes, you can. That's acrobatics. Hang on. Athletics. Please? Please?
Ooh.
Oh,
You're gonna
that's a
fall
4.
right out of the tree.
Edwin's gonna call down. You know rats can climb, right?
As they come surging
I'm sorry,
forward over the road.
this group just cracks me up.
They come surging
I'm
over
going
the
to
road.
shout.
1
I'm
second.
going to
Let
shout
him.
back to Edwin.
1
I
second, nerd.
know that they
Nerd.
can climb.
Nerd. Let CC explain what's going on.
You see the wave of rodents come streaming over the road, and they overtake the party, ignoring everyone, heading for Lavinia's tree. Lavinia, you see they surge and roil around the bottom of the tree, and then you see with their little claws, they put their little claws into the tree and they start to climb. Bit by bit, one over the other.
I thought Lavinia fell out of the tree.
She did, but by the time they got back, she would have been able to get a little bit further up. She's a couple feet off the ground, but not far.
I will scream out, okay, I'm sorry, call them off.
And we'll call down to Haji. Haji, if you let this slide, I will flavor any meal you want, any flavor you want.
He looks up at you. I make a counter. You give me some of that good elven wine. Bottle of it will be capiche.
I look over at Lavinia like with a scowl because now I'm gonna have to spend more money because elven wine ain't cheap. Fine, just call off the rat brigade. Or actually,
Swear
there's a
on
lot
it. As he holds up his hands and the rats all stop.
Actually, this is more of a. What's bigger, a brigade or a battalion or a straight up army? Well, army obviously is bigger, but
This is more than
I'm
an
pretty sure
army. This is the entire force of the South, pretty much.
okay, rat legion then.
The way you would describe this many rats is a plague.
I feel like I should save that description for the ones that are glowing in green.
Oh, they're in there.
I guess you can call this a plague tale anyway.
But he holds up his hand and he's waiting as he sees if you're going to swear on it.
I swear I will buy you a bottle of elven wine when we get back to town.
Again.
What do you mean?
Swear.
I swear.
Swear it again.
I triple, double, quadruple square.
Thrice heard and witnessed as you feel your wrist start to burn. As you see a mark of a weasel appear around your wrist. And then he waves off, and the rats start to disperse, burrowing into the ground again.
Edwin waves his hand, blowing on the burning mark.
Oh, it stops
Great.
after a couple seconds.
Great. Now I got this too. Lady, you owe me double now.
I'm just crying to myself. There were so many rats.
You see Haji the ferret is leaning against Lila's head, the bat kind of over his shoulder.
Edwin comes down and asks, "Where are you even keeping that? That thing is like triple your size."
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, mate.
Fair point. Continue on question. So you can just control a whole shitload of rats?
I made some deals here and there.
Could you use those to find the monster we're after? That would making this job so much easier.
Unfortunately, I can't. They're not all that. They do good with the whole we swarm and scare and bite, but not good with recon. And you don't know how much cheese it costs to keep them fed.
Well, if scare tactics are one thing, they could come in handy when we go deal with that bandit place.
May I ask, you are certainly not the ordinary weasel.
Thank you for noticing. He pops his non-existent collar and looks all fancy.
Are you even a weasel, if you mind my asking?
I am a weasel. I am the most important weasel. My name is Haji.
May I pet you?
You may. If you take a
I'm
bet
going.
first.
That is very difficult.
I don't want any of your grime on my sleek, beautiful. He starts rubbing his little paws over his body. Fair.
Let me help with that. And Edwin starts casting prestidigitation on Daniel a whole shitload until they're clean.
I imagine Danu. She's looking down now at basically her completely clean clothing. She's usually used to like either everything, including her skin, being just caked in mud and grime. So she's just looking at it all like bewildered, just like
She's slightly pink.
That is strange. Is this why you people bathe?
Called
Yeah.
hygiene. I'll explain it later. Lilith is going to start walking into the woods. In the I have a feeling that we're probably dealing with something intelligent, so going in the not as I'm going in the direction that is more clear.
Did Nicholas tell us what he saw when he went up to investigate?
He was in the middle of it when everything hit the fan. But it's at that point, Nicholas, you feel a sharp pain in the back of your neck.
Nicholas, you're muted.
Triple sep.
Nicholas?
Sorry about that. Nicholas is going to rub the back of his neck and turn around.
You find something sticking out of it, and you pull it out, and there's a little
Hello?
fur-tailed... Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You see there's a little feather-tailed dart that you just pulled out of your neck. You need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. Well, no mercy.
Did anyone see this?
Constitution
No.
saving throw. Well, I'm sure other people will deal with it. Well, 15, not bad for my con.
You manage to take 4 piercing damage, and you feel your stomach start to roil, but you manage to settle it back down.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
I got shot by this thing, and he's gonna pull the whatever the prick with the
The dart.
the dart with the feathers. Like scan that area in which it came from. Does the passive perception help at all?
No, it wouldn't. As you look over the northern reach, you don't see anything in the trees moving.
I'm gonna call. At this point, Lilith would have already started into the trees, right?
Yeah, she's just starting to walk away.
Lilith, I think we have a situation because I saw Nicholas pulled it out and showed everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Can I try and do a medicine check?
Sure. What are you trying to medicine?
Just like to see if like there will be any lasting issues to his, poor neck, or if it may or may not be poisoned.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, ow.
19, not bad.
You can see it's a small prick, just a little trail of blood, nothing too terribly serious. The bigger issue is weapons like these are almost always poisoned. But Nicholas
Okay,
himself
I got
looks
some
fine.
good news and some bad news.
Yeah, you could have checked
Um,
the actual dart for poison. Whoever's good at that.
Good news is you're not gonna scar. Bad news is you may be poisoned. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did feel something churning in my stomach. Oh, but I'm all right. But we better keep an eye open for whoever did that. They're gonna pay dearly.
Likely there are some poachers or perhaps those individuals that took us. We should deal with them first. And
Poachers.
be in a sort of like defensive position as she's like watching the tree line.
Well,
I'm
that's weird.
gonna like take a part of my like dress thing. I don't fucking know what it's called. My dress, and basically wrap it around his neck like a little scarf to keep, the itty bitty trickle of blood that's so important down.
Fair.
Thank. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we better go check out wherever that came from. He's gonna pull out his
Probably, but
crossbow.
Lilith is also walking over
Yeah,
there. So,
yeah, she is.
Uh,
hey
Mr.
Lilith, wait
McGee,
up.
Donnie's already like following.
You see the Lather in the back just shake her head before following Lilith as well. What's Ayano doing? Ayano.
You might be muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
there we go.
Well, what happened exactly last second ago? Sorry about that. I was
Lilith
distracted.
is leaving after Nicholas got shot in the neck.
Would've
Was there
been-
like did they like inspect the dart by a chance?
No.
Can I
Here,
look at it?
here, it is your specialty, being a tinkerer and all. Here.
Okay. Would it be an investigation check, CC?
What exactly are you looking for?
Well, I'm just trying to get an idea of what it could have been. If maybe there was something inside of it, or it was soaked in something.
It would be. Are you
You tr-
proficient in poisoner's tools?
Oh, I have tinkers, thieves, and smiths.
Roll me intelligence tinkers.
Intelligence tinkerers.
Mm-hmm.
Where would I roll that?
Just click on the word tinkers, and when it asks what ability score you want, click intelligence.
Oh, okay. Intelligence.
You start to look over it, Iono. There's not a lot you can tell. It looks like a thin dart. Likely either. It doesn't look long enough to be thrown, but it looks like the tip of the needle is hollow and would be able to inject something.
I'll turn to like the group and I'll let them know that there's this dart has a hollow point, so obviously something could have been in there. Uh, you know, we should keep an eye on you, Nick, just in case.
Yep, that's
But
a comforting thought.
I
Well,
happen to know if there's like a remedy for these types of poisons.
Antitoxin generally.
Okay, but no like plant that I would know of.
You would need to create an antitoxin,
Okay.
which I believe is alchemy.
Okay.
well, who knows?
It means
Maybe
we
all.
might have to take a. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Edwin.
Who knows? Maybe all the substance Nicholas takes made him gave him a tolerance for poisons.
Wow, so insightful, Edwin.
But at the same time, we might have to, if he shows any signs, we probably should stop somewhere. If we, of course, if we know of any place.
There is still the attacker we should probably deal with.
Yeah, definitely don't want somebody following us or, taking us out.
Since we're kind of walking like towards where the blow dart came from, would we be able to find tracks at this point?
You try, but Lilith's the first one over there by a good bit.
Okay.
Lilith, what you up to when you get over there?
I am looking for the person that could have thrown that. So any tracks, any trail that I could follow.
Roll me survival.
I'm actually proficient in that.
I would have also mentioned that it probably wasn't thrown, right, Cece? You said it was probably shot.
Yeah, but you're
I'm not
still way
anywhere
far
near
behind,
you.
so you wouldn't be able to get
Oh,
that
my bad.
information.
Yeah, I
Lilith,
forgot
as
about
you
that.
look over the floor, you're getting a good idea of kind of what's around, but interestingly enough, you don't see any tracks on the ground. You don't see any broken branches, no disturbed grasses, nothing on the floor. It's not until you look a little bit higher up when you notice there are some broken branches up in the tree.
Okay. Well, with spider climb, it looks like Lilith is going to start jumping from tree to tree and try and track this person.
Alrighty, you start to move up, and it's hard to really see which way they went, as they seem to be moving through the foliage. As they go decently high up pretty quickly, to the point where your heavy weight is going to break the branches on which it's moving.
You calling Lilith fat?
No, I'm saying she's average human size.
Either way, she's going to follow the trail as best she can without going high enough that. Oh, I mean, realistically, she can just climb the trunk. She sticks.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they're not staying on the trunks. They're moving across the branches, and it looks like they're jumping branch to branch, but to the point where if you tried to follow, your natural body weight would be too much for the branch to handle.
Yes, I'm staying. Yes, I'm staying down low enough that I'm not going to be breaking the branches. Is what I mean.
From down there low enough, you wouldn't be able to see the trail. Very well. Eat it all.
Okay, so it's going to take me some time, but I'll basically climb the trunk itself so that I'm not on the branches so that I can see them and see where the trail goes, go back down, go to the next branch. It's going to, there's no way I'm keeping up with it, but I am slowly following this trail.
Gotcha. As you're climbing back down from the tree, you see the rest of the party is gathered at the bottom. Do you say anything to them before moving on to your next one?
Lilith will say, look up, and then keep moving.
Edwin will look up. Oh, go ahead.
You're just going to start seeing Lilith transverse from tree to tree.
Edwin will call out to Lilith. You know I have a flying item you could borrow.
Lilith is going to look at you and go, fair enough. She's going to get in a position in where she is in a direct path to Edwin, still in the tree, and just say the command word for the broom.
Edwin, your broom's been stolen.
Thank you.
I kind of like lean forward as the broom like shoots off my back. Oh, a little warning. Oh wait, sorry. I remember what happened. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Thank you, Edwin. I'm going to borrow the broom and start flying, following the trail.
I need an advantage survival to find the trail again when you get back up there.
The second one is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You managed to get up there, and it's not too hard for you to find the path again now that you're airborne. You're just able to start flying through. You get whacked by a number of different tree branches, as most of what you're doing is pushing shit out of the way as it's trying to smack the fuck out of you. You do come across a very fat orange squirrel who's giving you the side eye.
I pay the nut tax and keep going.
It looks at you, looks at your nuts, and it goes, eh, as if your nuts aren't good enough, and then you hear something go from right next to your ear. As you look over, and fucking Haji has a Glock again, and they start gibbering at each other. The squirrel puts his hands up. Haji continues to say something, and then the squirrel runs off annoyed.
I tried to be nice. I'm gonna keep going.
And don't worry about him. He's one of those greedy bastards. Takes more than he's earned. He wanted to shake you for all you're worth, saying you were worth at least 7 squirrels in tax.
You want to give me my people's conversion rate for that?
Effectively, he's calling you that.
Lilith snorts. She's not gonna respond to it though.
Fair. What's the rest of the party doing as Lilith is slowly flying through the tree branches high above?
Edwin will like jog to keep up. You know, the broom doesn't go as fast as it used to. So I think
It's
Edwin
going
can keep
30 at its max, and she's not going very quickly. You can walk to keep up. She's only going like 10 feet a turn to keep the trail.
As we're running, I'll turn to Nicholas. Didn't you mention that there was a pair of glowing blue eyes inside a tree when you went up?
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Do note that those eyes were far off to the left from where you got shot from.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I could see it from as high up where I was too.
Yep.
Right? So I also mentioned that I could see him from 200 feet up.
That creature or person who was looking at me through my window at the tavern, did it have glowing blue eyes?
Let me double check because I don't remember off the top of my head. It did have glowing blue eyes and a mouth.
I'm very concerned because I think that would mean that thing is as far as out of the city.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I assume it would be an Arcana check, but would I happen to be able to like recognize what type of creature this would be? Maybe if it was like an animal.
You have nothing to go off of, so you wouldn't be able to
Okay.
make a check.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, wouldn't they have they think of like what animals they know that have glowing blue eyes?
Yeah.
None of them.
Okay,
Natural creatures do not have glowing blue eyes.
fair enough.
And I'm sure there's lots of magical creatures that do, so it wouldn't really narrow shit down.
So you think it possibly is your secret admirer?
If that was a secret admirer, I think I'm going to stay a bachelor for the rest of my life.
Hmm.
But I'm not sure. It also had the glowing blue mouth, so I mean, if you only see the eyes, maybe it wasn't.
So what exactly did this thing do to you? I don't remember much.
It was staring at me through my window and made a whole bunch of scratch marks on the window.
Hmm. Jeez.
Did you attempt to kill it the first time?
It was across on a different rooftop when I first saw it, so I didn't really have a chance to.
I mean, hopefully we will get the chance. This sounds like it could possibly be some unique game. After all, what's better than hunting the hunter?
Not being hunted in general.
I suppose we have our own different sense of fun then.
Not dying.
You know, I'm going to point out that you seem to have a death wish based on just on how much you are just what's the word I'm looking for? Antagonizing Lilith?
Who is this directed towards?
I'm
Toward
just gonna be quiet.
Lilith.
I
Yeah.
won't say anything. That's because, let's just say, I have issues with her kind. And I'll continue forward, keep moving at pace to try and keep up with Lilith.
Y'all see Lilith is drifting higher and higher up to the trees where y'all really can't see her. Y'all can just more hear her moving through the foliage above y'all.
That
I'm
one has
all,
a surprisingly good survival sense.
I'm gonna keep an eye out around on the ground area while we're walking as well, while others are paying attention to the trees.
Fair.
Edwin's gonna turn to Danu and ask, "Hey, if you can turn into animals, why don't you turn into something that flies so you can keep up with Lilith? Help them out if they need it."
Sometimes I prefer to walk among the foliage and take in the the nature all around me. And also, well, let me just say that I'm saving that little talent in case things go awry. Specifically, this glowing blue friend of yours.
I don't think is a friend. Nicholas, did it seem friendly to you?
Well, it's hard to tell when it's just staring at you. I mean, it was kind of odd because I'm not necessarily that big, but it spotted me really quickly.
I mean, you were the
So,
only thing out above a road in the middle of the open. It's not too hard to
yeah,
see you.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what I mean by friend, I mean simply put, the next time it rears its head, and if it seems as if it means to do us, or more importantly, me, any harm, I'll be able to give it at least one surprise.
Mm. Is Maggie still with us? By the way, out of
Oh
character.
yeah, she's still there.
Oh yeah, okay. How has she been reacting this whole time to everything that's happened up to now?
She's keeping relaxed and calm, making sure to write things down. She's staying
Mhm.
next to the pony and Lena.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, she's a tabaxi.
Mm-hmm. She's indeed a tabaxi. You can see a big fluffy tail swishing behind her and tall ears.
And she's like pretty well behind us, right?
No, she's like right next to y'all with the horse.
Do remember, Lilith did take you to the side, the two newcomers to the side, and tell you we had a goody two shoes with us, and to
Right.
keep that in mind.
Danu is just looking at this cat girl, and more specifically, like the little tail. And she seems to have like her eyes trained on it.
You see she's keeping an ear out. You see the ears are on a swivel, going this way and back as her tail is kind of swishing behind her. You can see a wand tucked into a sheath on her hip. Velithra is on the other side of the horse, and Lena, as always, despite being the youngest member of the party, looks undeterred and still almost regal as they ride their pony side saddle.
That one is extremely fluffy. Danu would just be like saying that to no one in particular, but pointing at Maggie.
She gives you a side eye. What of it?
Do you do that the thing? I believe they call it grooming.
Of course. My hair would get tangled otherwise.
Donnie's gonna try to reach over to see if she can try to either pet she's on a pony, right?
No, Maggie's just walking next to the
Oh,
pony.
okay.
Lena's on the pony.
She's gonna try to like pet her on top of her head.
You see she steps back, keeping a good distance between you and her.
Oh. Donnie will just like fall to silence as she looks all downtrodden.
I get that you're not used to people, but you really should take some time to learn about personal space.
Is that a custom or a politeness?
Yes.
Fair enough.
It's back way up in the trees outside of sight of anybody else. That Lilith, you hear movement nearby. In the trees.
I look around.
As you're looking around, you're pushing through the trees, and you come face to face with a person standing on one of the larger branches. You see they've got a thick layer of leather and a pair of swords at the hips, and a familiar flaming skull for a head.
Lilith is going to go right up to him and go, "Are you the one that poisoned Nicholas?"
He shakes his head and then points off to the northeast, which goes the opposite direction of which the trail seems to be leading.
that where they're going?
There's a nod.
Can you point out the trail?
You see straight up it's going away from the trail.
Noted.
Because the trail's going northwest.
Okay.
He's pointing
In that case,
far to the east.
Lilith will nod, and she's going to start. She basically what she's gonna do is she's gonna start going down so that they can see her. So the group can see her, so they start to follow her. But she's gonna keep going up so that she still has track of Jack, so that we don't lose each other.
You
But
see
is
Jack
getting
jumps from one thick branch to the other as easily as he's taking a walk along the road on middle of summer. Despite the fact he's high up in the trees, and it kind of reminds you of seeing somebody run across the rigging of a sailing ship. As he seems to be moving through up here just fine.
sounds about right. So yeah. So to make sure that I don't lose him, I'm basically going up and down, but going in the direction that he's pointing. And slowly but surely getting the group on the correct path.
As down below, you'll see Lilith drift down and immediately take a sharp turn, going almost 150 degrees in the other direction.
Oh,
Do you think she found a clue or something?
well, my guess is she's never led us astray. She must have an idea of where it's going. Maybe it's trying to throw her off or something.
It could be
Perhaps.
trying to cover its tracks.
Let's
Interesting.
try not to lose it then.
Wait, is this in the direction generally of where the eyes were?
No.
Okay.
You'll long since passed the eyes. They're behind you off to the left. It's going
Okay.
away from where the eyes were.
All right.
But do y'all do anything as Lilith changes course and drifts back up into the trees where you can't see her?
Just keeping an eye out around us to make sure nothing's watching us or I see anything peculiar around.
Same.
Same. Yep.
Do you just want us to roll perception checks, or
No, I'll
does it
ask
matter?
for when I need them. As y'all are moving along, it takes 2 long hours of following Lilith through the air without much anything ever really changing. For the most part, you don't see Lilith from time to time, or for most of the time, but she does dip down to give y'all a view of her before drifting back up to be invisible. Is there anything the party is up to during this time?
What since we're just like briskly walking, at least for the moment, would I have had time to ritual cast Find Familiar?
That's
you have
one
to
you
be-
need to be still for, because you need the
Completely
brazier.
still. Okay. Okay, fair enough.
Anything I could do in the next 2 hours? No, I don't think I have any spells or anything that could be useful. So no.
Nicholas has found a stick and is throwing it ahead of the group and having Dro retrieve it and come back. Just keep him
Nicholas,
occupied.
you find the coolest stick. It's got a
Oh,
decently sized bottom portion with a what looks like a cross guard that makes it look like an awesome longsword.
oh, nice. Look at this, Dro.
Woof.
No, Dro. No, Dro. Don't pull it. Pull it. No. I was just showing it to you.
You see, he's found his own stick.
What?
He found his own stick, as he's got this kind of strange, long, very straight wood. But this one, oddly enough, has a curl to the top of it, where the branch starts to spin around itself, making this interesting kind of orb at the top. It almost looks like a mage's staff.
Huh.
Would Edwin see that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does that look like it could actually be? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Luke.
No, I was talking in character. You continue.
Does that look like it could be like actually magical?
Roll the investigate.
Let's see. No.
You're not really sure. It definitely reminds you of some arcane focuses you've seen in the past, but not much other than that.
Yo, Iona, why don't you check it out? Okay. All right. Well, until then, we're gonna pretend sword fight with them.
I'm going to go over to Edwin, I want to say, while we're briskly walking, and kind of go, "Hey, Edwin, you're a warlock, right?"
No, I am a sorcerer.
A sorcerer. What's the difference?
Well, where warlocks get their power from outside means, sorcerers are born with their powers.
Oh,
Or
I
at the very least,
see.
born with the innate ability to have powers. Like me personally, and Edwin will pull down the collar of his shirt so you can see his chest, and you see it's like covered in like dragon, like kind of dragon scale-esque markings. I have a dragon in my ancestors, which gives me certain powers.
That's interesting. How long have you known Lilith? She's not, well, I don't want to insult her, but she's kind of not normal. I mean, I'm not normal either, but
I mean,
she's definitely like not normal.
I
Does
mean,
that make sense?
if you're looking for normal, you might be in the wrong place. I mean, we have me, the roguishly handsome tiefling who has, I'll be the first to admit, an interest in fire. You know, we have Nicholas, the drug addicted teenager who has less courage in his own body than most people have in their pinky. We have Yanokras. Don't know much about the Yanokras yet. We have Danu, the
The
on
wolf in
the
human form.
yes, the druid who I don't even know what race they are, but yeah.
I am the most natural being here.
Fair enough. Lilith, honestly, is actually the most normal one of us all. I would think.
Well,
I
mean,
literally just
she-
spat water.
Oh shoot.
To be fair, I'm avoiding mentioning anything I know about Lilith.
Which is
Well, I mean,
fine.
it's
It
just,
still made me spat water.
it's just she looks like an elf, but she's not an elf.
No, she's a
She's
vampire.
certainly. Oh, yeah, right.
That's not secret. That
Well,
you registered that as in the Adventure Society, so everyone who needs to know, who should know, knows. So
Not only that, but Lilith
well, I
would just never
mean,
hit it.
yeah. Why? Do you have something against Dampiers?
uh, well, no, just how should I say? They're cousins.
Cousin.
Okay, look, just don't tell the other party. I have some history with evil Dampiers, and they did some very, very bad things. And that's all I feel comfortable about telling you.
I'm hoping to gods above and below that Lavinia is whispering this to Edwin, right? Because again,
Oh
we have.
yes. Oh yes.
They have not said that, so no, they were not.
Oh no.
I'm going to look over at Maggie, like kind of side eye, to see if they're like looking at Lavinia in any sort of way, like if they're giving Lavinia the stink eye.
You see, they shake their head. They're talking with Believer at the moment.
Look, that's all I'll tell for now.
Edwin is going to put a companionable arm around Lavinia's shoulder, like he's having a nice smile, and under his breath, he's going to say, like in a voice that literally only Lavinia can, hopefully only Lavinia can hear, please keep any mention of evil companions or past crimes to yourself when we have an adventure society functioning with us. I've already been bitten and hit multiple times. I don't need more shit on me, okay? Okay. Good talk. And I'm
There's
saying
somebody
that
that is definitely listening to you as you see their eyes are watching.
who?
It's
Well, I mean,
Lena.
I could talk about the time I was almost sacrificed into a cannibal cult.
I'm sorry. Who was it? Lena? You said.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look over at Lena and I smile at them like, hello, Lena. And I mentioned to Lavinia, yes, mentioning you being a victim of something is, I think, is fine. I'm not sure. Mm, don't mention that you're involved in anything. Okay, okay.
That was
I'm
the
not involved in anything.
oh.
Anyway, where did you come from? You're clearly, obviously not human, since you're a tiefling, but where were you born?
Oh, I was born in Baldur's Gate.
On the
Oh,
opposite side of the world.
Ah.
I'm very traveled.
Wait, they make gates for balls?
Yes, they are used in sporting events, but that is not what Baldur's Gate is. Baldur's Gate is one of the larger cities of the Sword Coast.
Ugh. It sounds
um,
annoying.
hmm. Are you sure that it's not, meant to hold balls?
If you
The
if you're talking,
9-year-old pinches their brow.
okay, let me just point out that we have not one but two people underage in this party, so maybe keep the crassness down a peg or two. But aside from that, yes, I'm very sure.
Wait a second. Did you take that as a perverse thing? I meant I meant parties, balls. Oh my lord. You guys need to get your heads out of the gutters.
It is not
And
in a
I'll
gutter. It is
smartly.
Moving on. Yes, I'm from Baldur's Gate.
I was born in a place called Zeidenberg. I'm not really sure where that is, but with my family being all moving around, it's kind of difficult to have a home, I suppose. How was Baldur's Gate? Was it a lovely town? Nice?
Oh,
Or
I'm sure for some people it was. Not very much for me growing up. I was,
oh,
yes, I was an orphan. And Baldur's Gate, it does not have the best foster care system in the world. I haven't experienced any others, but I'm going to assume that it is definitely not in the top 10. I was moved around to various foster families, abused, beaten. Pretty much I had a shitty childhood.
I apologize about that.
That's fine. I consider that the growth of my character.
I see.
And well, I don't. Well, I'm sure they are probably fine now. They got their comeuppance while I was there. So
Hmm.
After that, I kind of traveled. In what direction is Baldur's Gate from this town?
West.
I would say west.
Way west.
Okay, so I would have been traveling east. So after
I
that,
see.
I traveled east for a little bit, worked at a couple of taverns, did some advertising work. I
Oh.
pretty much used my powers to make my way here.
My family mostly, whenever we went into towns, we would always dance and pretend to tell people their fortunes. Of course, they were all scams, always telling tales of you will receive gold and great power. Just.
Oh, you were grifters.
It's
Uh,
about at this point
yes.
that y'all notice the sounds from Lilith have stopped. As
Do
Lilith
you hear
high
that?
up above, Jack
Yeah.
has stopped and points to an outcropping of rock. A good 80 feet ahead. Or 80 meters ahead. Ways off.
Okay.
Who
I
sees that?
look at where he's pointing. You don't see anything.
Okay.
You see the outcroppings of rock, but he doesn't say anything further.
Lilith will hand him paper and quill.
He is going to quickly scribble down with his bony fingers. That is where you are looking.
Lilith will nod. And she is going to whisper, "Are you going to remain out here out of sight?"
He nods and he leans back against the trunk of the large tree in which he's standing, still completely hidden from the individuals deep below him.
Alrighty. So, the outcropping is down, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, in that case scenario, Lilith is going to fly back down to the party and hand Edwin his broom. All right. We're all going to want to start to be quiet as she looks at the entire group as voices vary. But we're getting close. About 80 feet that way, there's a bit of an outcropping. We're going inside.
Do we have any idea of what it is?
Not in the slightest. Keep your guard up.
Alright. Yep, I
And
got that. I pull out my
Lilith,
hand bow.
okay, Lilith is gonna get her shield and uh
Hello?
Lilith is going to look at Maddie for a second. Not Matt.
Maggie.
Maggie is gonna look at Maggie for a second and go, depending on what we are about to fight, it would be better off if I have a magic weapon. It is unfortunate, but the only one that I currently have is the cursed sword. Do you mind sending word back that I'm going to have to break the seal on it so that they don't get worried?
We're way out of range of that seal.
Do you mind? Is it possible for you to send it back so that I don't get in trouble when we get back into town?
They won't care if you're out of town. It's just for when you're in town.
I would prefer to have my bases covered due to the recent event.
I'll have it written down and it'll be in the report. It'll be fine.
Lilith will nod. As at the very least, I tried to get her to report it.
She can't
So
send a
Lilith is
report from here.
fair.
Or
But
3 days.
the way, in my defense, the way it sounded like she was explaining it, she was sending reports back via sending. But Lilith is going to break the seal on the sword so that it is in her hand. So she is armed.
Fair.
just to double check. So Lilith found a sort of outcropping, right?
A large rock cliffside, yeah.
Okay. Seeing that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and
From where y'all are, you do not see it.
Oh,
I
okay.
have-
So we
yeah.
don't know yet.
I mean, it
No,
got
I
pointed
have
in the
told
direction.
you. Yeah, I have told you there is an outcropping about 80 feet that way. We need to be quiet,
Okay.
as that's where it's most likely at. This is where the trail leads.
Okay. I'm probably gonna use my wild shape then. Let me double check. Let me find a stat block for vultures.
I
You
don't think
can't
there is one
be in
for vulture.
something.
And you can't do
Oh,
flying.
there
anyway.
is. There is.
There is,
It's
but you can't turn into anything with a fly speed.
Correct.
You're not high enough level.
Or a swim speed.
Oh, I'm a moon druid though.
That doesn't affect it.
Yeah, that your CR is higher. It does not affect flight.
Oh, I see. Okay, I get it. Okay, then I'll just turn into a dog then.
Just
Well,
a normal mastiff?
direwolf.
Direwolf or mastiff? Which one are you going for?
Direwolf. That's technically a dog.
All right.
That staff, that stick that Dro was chewing on, it does look like, and it has the thickness of a staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Edwin's going to offer a trade of a ration for the staff, something that Joe can
Joe
actually
looks
eat.
at you. He's just like, but mine.
2 rations.
But mine.
That's okay, Dro. You can keep it for now.
How about when we get back to the inn, I get you some bacon.
He stares at you and hides behind Nicholas with his stick.
Damn, I would like that looking staff. It looks cool.
We'll push on the matter when we deal with whatever is in that outcropping. We also have to find out what it is.
I
Alright.
don't mind to interrupt. Lavina will say as she approaches, and then goes, "If there is someone in there, perhaps it would be best if I went. I'm very good at distracting people."
You might be, but you're not very quiet.
You also hear from Maggie in the back. We're also not here hunting people.
That is very true.
This is a monster killing quest.
Nicholas is going to sigh and go, I mean, I can sneak, see what I can see.
Well, I just don't get darted again.
Yeah, that's the plan. I have this nice scarf now, so. Alrighty. I'm going to do some sneaking.
Danu in her direwolf form, she's gonna kind of move up and sort of sit in front of Nicholas, almost as if to ask if he wants some company to join him.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Dro happily beats his feet. He is doing the pitter patters. He is ready to go along as well. Who did we just lose? That sounded like I lost somebody.
D&D nerd.
Yeah.
They'll be back here in a second.
Yep. All right. Just be careful, Dro. Just be careful. But yeah, you can join. All right.
Danu does not answer because she can't.
A boy and his dog
There's nerd.
and direwolf.
Fork.
So it looks like Nicholas, Danu, and Dro are going to be more moving forward. Nerd, Iano, Edwin, or Lilith, are any of y'all going along? Maggie is going to stay back with Lena.
I'll give them like 30 feet so that I'm not ruining their stealth.
Yeah, I'll
Same.
stand back too.
Edwin will fly up into the tree canopy, like not above it, but just into it, so he's hidden in the leaves, keeping an eye out from above.
Okay. As y'all begin to creep forward, I need stealth from the stealth team.
Sounds good.
It should just be.
Oh, thank God.
I have a stealth +4. There we go. 15.
And then Dro needs his. Double O doggo. As he trips over his stick. He's still got the stick in his mouth. He keeps hitting things as he's going along.
Hey, bro, I will give you your stick back. Just let me slip it in my bag for now, okay?
It's much too big for your bag. It's about 6 feet tall.
Oh, okay. He's gonna take it from Dro if he can.
Dro growls at you.
I'm sorry, Dro. It's just when you want to sneak, you gotta be quiet. You can't bring large objects.
He looks over at the dire wolf.
Danu's giving him that classic big dog sigh. Just that sort of like big like snort from their nostrils. Just...
Can Danu talk to Dro?
No, I don't think so. Because being an animal doesn't let you speak animal.
Oh.
That's a good question. Do animals talk to each other?
Not in the way you're used to.
Okay, fair enough.
But Dro powers on ahead, bursting free from the brushes, coming out into a small clearing in front of the rock wall. Stealth abandoned.
Nicholas has this sort of panic face, but he moves along,
Nothing
not
happens.
wanting to. Nothing happens.
No.
All right. We'll see what we can see.
As you look around, it seems to be a well-worn area. The grass is a little bit shorter here. There's not as much dense foliage. And as you're looking around, you do notice there's a large crevice in the side of the rock face that you think you might be able to slip through. It's going to be a tight fit, but you should be able to get through it. The direwolf, it's not getting through.
Okay. Like everyone can, or just Nicholas?
Everybody's going to be able to. Effectively, a medium creature can squeeze through it. A small creature will move through easily.
And Dro with the stick can.
No, he can't go through the stick.
The whole doorway with stick. Dilemma.
Hey, you know he's going to try, but he's not going to get through.
Doing.
Am I able to look around for like an alternate route?
Yeah, you can. How far are you willing to go, though?
I'm going to say at least like maybe like 30 feet.
Yeah, that's within vision. You don't see any other crevices going in.
Okay. Well,
Are there any tracks going into the crevice? It's probably not the place for me to check, but I will.
It is
Nice.
stone, so you would not be able to see any tracks here.
Okay. Any scratch marks or anything?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Nick was going to take a few deep breaths. Is the group following sort of behind, like 30 feet away, or?
At this point, stealth has been abandoned.
By
Yeah.
Dro, yes.
Yeah, well, the thing is that Nicholas is talking, which means that breaks his stealth.
Yep.
Lilith is just going to start going forward, and he's just going to lead the charge.
Edwin's up above, flying behind.
Or are you going to leave the party, Edwin? Because there's a crevice in the wall.
Well, I'm following Lilith right now. I'm assuming everyone is following
Yeah,
Lilith.
I'm going into the crevice.
Oh, then Edwin will land behind and put his broom behind his back and climb in there.
Okay. So Lilith is first. Then Edwin. Dro is still trying to get the stick through. It's not working.
No, it's not going to happen, bud.
okay, I guess I'm dropping the wild shape and I'll be going in last.
You're going in last?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guess I'll go after Dro.
Dro hasn't gone in yet. He's trying.
All
He
all
can't
right.
get through with the stick.
Nicholas is in the middle of trying to get him to just leave the stick for now.
He gives you these big puppy dog eyes.
Sorry, Dro.
How
I
heavy?
know.
He's so sad, and he gives Edwin a side eye as he's going into the hole.
How heavy is the stick?
It's just a stick.
All right, so Edwin, feeling bad for Dro, will cast Mage Hand, have it pick it up and hold it up in front of Dro in the tunnel in the crevice, and then Edwin will like whisper back, "Look, it's right in front of you. You can have it when we get out."
You see very distressed a look from Dro as his stick starts to float.
It's floating in front of Dro.
He tries to get it.
I hold it just above. I hold it just out of reach for him anytime he tries. No, Dro, wait. Nicholas, control your dog.
Here, Dro. I'll bring it with me. And he's going to hold the stick in a way where he can go in the crevice with it.
Yeah, as long as you hold it up, it's fine. It's just
Yeah.
Dro's holding
Yeah.
putting
Yeah.
the wrong way.
Once we get into an opening, then you can hold it.
Dro nods and he takes off after Edwin, running under Edwin's legs, trying to knock him over, but
Nicholas is following right behind.
which means now Dro's ahead with Nicholas behind that. Who is after Nicholas?
I can go.
Then Iono, then Velithra, then Lavinia, and then Danu.
Oh wait, actually, okay. Really quick, I just thought of something. Would I be able to use Blessing of the Raven Queen while I was in wolf form?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I think it's a free use of Misty Step, and I don't think you can use
No, you
spells
can't
while
cast
it.
while you're wild shit.
It just says as a bonus action, you can magically teleport.
I'm looking.
Roll it.
That's a racial ability, which
Okay.
is not something normal. If I remember that, it's not something you keep. Or no, it would be something you keep. You're fine.
Okay, then I wouldn't have dropped the direwolf form. I would just use that to teleport through.
I mean, you don't have the space to get in.
You have to be. Don't you have to be able?
Right behind? Yeah.
It doesn't open up 30 feet behind it.
No. It keeps
Okay,
going
yeah,
in. It's
then-
like a tunnel.
Okay, yeah, then I'm gonna have to drop the form.
Good try.
Hmm.
As a lot of y'all start to wind lower and lower as you see this pathway is angled down, going deep into the earth, and it starts to get rather cold as you enter this situation. And it takes a good 10 minutes of winding through slowly this tunnel, scraping your bellies against the rock and your mid back, almost getting stuck in some places. But after a while, it seems to open up a little bit into this kind of cavern. What do y'all do once y'all get here?
I'm going to give Dro back.
He's happily going to take the stick.
How dark? It's pretty dark in here, isn't it?
Yes, there are no lights. If you don't have dark vision, you're not seeing anything.
Alrighty. I pull out my lantern, he whispers.
Is there anyone? Do anyone who has dark vision see anyone? Anyone?
No.
It's just an empty cavern.
Yep.
And the ground is still rock, right? It's not like it's dirt now or anything.
Correct. It's still stone.
Okay.
Edwin will pull out his lantern and shine the bullseye beam around, looking for anything that maybe his dark vision can't see.
Okay. You start swinging around, and you just see this strange kind of cavern. And oddly enough, up on some of the rocks nearby, you see a couple of different bones.
Little ominous.
Does anyone know what kind of creature or animal or possibly human those bones belong to?
You can't really see them from down where you are. You can just see the pearly white of them in the light.
Yeah.
How far away are they?
Wait,
You'd have to get up a climb to get up onto the shelf they're on, but you can get up there with an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up there.
Roll me athletics. You managed to get up there pretty easily, Ayano, and you see the immediate problem because there are 4 human skulls up here.
Oh shit. Guys, there's human skulls up here.
One of them looks like it's had the cortex just crushed in by like a rock or something.
the moment you say there's 4 human skulls up there, brief moment down and would be like looking around and then would finally respond. So what's the issue?
Well, typically finding human remains means some bad shit happened in here. Animal remains could just be one animal hunting, killing, and attacking and eating a human. I mean, another animal. Human
Well-
remains means something is happening to humans, which typically I guess is bad.
Well, might also explain why it, whatever, try to kill me. Maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's different. I don't know.
See,
Are you assuming it's a cannibal?
I don't know. We didn't get a description on who or what it was. I assume it was a what.
Nicholas, what was your passive again?
21.
Okay, Lilith, go ahead.
Lilith is going to cast protection from good and evil on herself.
Fair.
is there anything up here that is as well, like with the bones, that maybe I could get an idea of what could have done it, or
There
who
are
these
5
people were?
candles worked in a circle.
Guys, there's also a circle of candles up here.
Interesting. Edwin will take hold of his broom, kind of like, and use it kind of like a fireman's ladder, just like going upward. And when he gets to the shelf, he'll hop down, putting it back on his back. Show me these well, let me see these. Do these look like
Points
they're?
to,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say points to him.
All right, Edwin will take a look at them. Do they look like they're put down in any kind of arcane, magical ritual type way?
Oh yeah, they're in a pentagram.
No.
Are there any
Nah.
markings, chalk markings that?
Oh yeah, there's a pentagram.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll Arcana to see what this does.
It's a pentagram.
roll a-
It's for summoning things.
Could I make a religion check?
It would be Arcana.
Do you have
Okay, no.
do you have Arcana like proficiency, Ion Cross?
Oh yeah.
What's your number?
5.
All right, so you roll. I'll provide help with it.
As I just said,
Okay.
you don't need to roll. It's for summoning things.
Oh, okay.
It's commonly known for usually
Yeah, but-
rituals of some kind. Usually
Summoning
dark
what?
of some kind or other, fiends or whatnot.
Okay.
So there's not like one specific thing
looks like an
about it,
unfinished
like
one.
religious wise.
No.
Wait,
Oh,
wait, how many skulls are there?
4.
4?
Mhm.
How many
4, yeah.
candles are there?
5.
5.
Okay.
I'm saying this to Ion Cross in a whisper, so Nicholas isn't here. I think someone tried to get Nicholas to be the 5th skull.
Nicholas doesn't even need to hear it. His face goes white.
Because he's coming to
The
the same
problem-
conclusion.
Doing the math.
Oh,
But also remember,
I'll
Nicholas can't see what's going on above.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But it's
Lilith
being
is
called out.
Yes,
yeah,
Lilith?
Lilith is going to just spider climb her little ass up there now that she's got that on her.
Cool. Nicholas, while that's going on, can I get a perception check?
Of course. Oh, sure love being the damsel in distress. Let's see what happens. Oh boy, that's not good.
No, it's not. But Nicholas, you feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Oh, He's gonna look up or look back. He's gonna look around, but he remembers he can't see. Oh, it got kind of chilly in here. I'm gonna move towards the middle of the group.
Fair.
I think currently the only ones that aren't
Nicholas, Valithra, Lavinia, and Danu are all down, along with Dro.
yeah.
How far down is it?
About 20 feet. It's not too far.
Edwin's gonna look over the edge and see like everyone, like Nicholas is especially scared, but everyone seems to be shivering. And I'm going to look over at Lilith, who just joined us. Would you mind if I did a little my thing down there?
Before that, there is a sharp pain on the back of Nicholas and Lilith's necks.
Ow!
As
Another
both of
contract.
y'all have been hit by darts again. Lilith,
Oh,
do you have
God.
resistance to poison, I think?
No, as a Dampier, I don't have any resistances.
Oh, okay. So each of you are going to take 1 point of piercing damage, and I will need a con check from both of you. Or con save, not con check.
Oh, God.
Nicholas is going to fail.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Discord, get out of my way. It's constantly fighting me. It's being mean.
Fight it
Lilith
back.
is going to save. Nicholas, you are going to take 2 points of poison damage as you can feel your stomach lurch again and you start to get woozy.
Oh,
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I need 1 sec.
You need concentration save, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother to roll it at advantage because I have Warcaster, but
Yeah, you're at
it's
save.
20 means I saved, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm not going to fight it today. I am gonna take the dart out of my neck though. And I've got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that I can safely fuck up this summoning circle real fast before shit goes haywire?
It's not complete. There's nothing to fuck up. It's not lit.
I'm
You can just spread some of the spell around with your foot.
gonna pick up
Was
one of the skulls and just fucking chuck it at a wall.
Ooh.
It shatters and you hear the wail of the undead.
Oh.
Edwin will look over at Lilith like, "Why did you just do that?"
No, it's smart.
Oh shit.
No, it's smart.
Nicholas, you're going to take another point of poison damage as you feel the poison is still racking your body.
Oh, I don't feel so good. I don't think this one. I think it's doing its job.
Go to
He's
Valithra.
pulled the dart out of his neck or wherever it is.
Go to Valithra.
Yeah, I'm right next. Can I get help? Ugh.
I suppose now that you've asked for it. Actually, there's nothing she can do about it. Y'all don't have level 3 yet.
Oh. Well, I don't feel good right now. Ooh, it just sweats and the skin is turning god awful, like pale. See veins coming out. Eyes are getting darker. Oh,
Power
man.
through, Nicholas. Power through.
Lilith is trying to find who's ever attacking us in the dark.
Nicholas, I need another 2 con saves.
Oh, oh, oh.
It manages to die off after that.
Spits whatever weird foam in his mouth. There's a side effect from it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wipes his mouth and goes like, "Whoever is doing that is gonna really pay."
So what will the party do?
I am
Lilith,
Looking
you roll
around.
perception.
Before that, can Edwin do what he wanted to do? I wanted to create bonfire down there to give them a source of light and heat.
Yeah, you can. It's more gonna blind people right now more than anything else, as you're in the dark.
So Edwin will call it. Everybody, close your eyes for a second,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast create bonfire in a clear space down there. It should warm up the area and give everyone a good amount of light.
You
Is that gonna
see-
suck up my perception at all?
Oh, yes, it's gonna completely blind you for a second. Because your eyes are used to the dark and suddenly blam, bright light.
That's why I said
Okay.
avert your eyes.
I mean, either way, your eyes are still need to adjust, which means Lilith's gonna have to wait for that perception.
Okay, just tell me when I can roll it.
Y'all are stumbling about for a minute while y'all's eyes start to adjust to the new light. And bonfire only lasts a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm keeping it concentration, so I'm constantly casting.
Well, either way, it would go down. You'd have to recast it.
So
After
yeah,
the
every
minutes.
minute it flashes.
Yeah,
It's
but
fine.
y'all's eyes are used to it at this point, as it puts the dark cave into sharp relief as dancing shadows start to cover the walls from the rocky outcropping above the flames. You'll feel even more enclosed than you did before.
Is it safe to roll perception now?
Yeah,
How high is the ceiling?
about 40 feet up.
Okay.
Are we all rolling perception?
I mean, Lilith was specifically looking for something, but Lilith, as you're looking around, you don't see any creatures or anything, but you do notice another outcropping about 30 feet off the ground from where everybody else is standing, about 10 feet above where you are on the other side of the cave. It looks like there's a crevice that leads deeper in up there.
Follow. And Lilith is just gonna spider climb her little ass over there.
Okay.
Nicholas is having revelations in his head, but not saying it out loud. So he's gonna wait until like he can say it to people privately.
You said it was 30 feet up, and we were 20 feet up now, so that's 50 feet, so still within 60 feet. Okay.
No, it's 30 feet up from the ground level, 10 feet above those that were up above.
Okay. Okay. Just
But it's also about 50 feet away from where y'all were, because it's on the other side of the cavern.
but it's still 30 feet from the ground.
Yeah.
Where I'm casting the. Okay, just making sure. So Edwin will grab his broom again and fly up to that shelf. I think would it be faster than Lilith, seeing as how I'm just flying straight across rather than walking around the entire cavern?
I mean, it's about the same. Because Lilith only has to crawl a little bit up to get to the top and then go across.
And I'm faster than your broom.
Mm-hmm. So you'll be getting there about the same time. As
And I can dash where you can't.
You see another crevice behind the little outcropping that leads deeper into the earth.
Another crevice.
Is Lavinia still with us? I haven't heard from him in a while.
With who?
Nerd.
Oh, you talking to me?
Oh,
Nerd is muted.
nerd. Oh. I think they said BRB a while back.
It was like
Yeah.
an hour ago, so I'm double checking on him.
Well, here's a pittance, and I've got 50 feet of rope, so we can all get up there.
Provided you can actually climb up there, unless Edwin will look over the lip of the edge and call down. Who has a piton and the rope?
You got him right here, and he's holding them up.
Perfect. Edwin will hold up the broom and say, "Make sure you catch this."
I have a hammer too.
Great. Again, make sure you catch this. And Edwin will drop the broom.
Oh,
Roll me a
Got it.
sleight of hand from Nicholas.
oh. Well, I am proficient, but I roll terribly. So let's see what happens. Second. Fucking. Oh gosh, Discord. Why?
Are y'all using Discord to play the rollies or something?
17. No, it's just like it keeps
No.
popping up.
Yeah, so basically when we get a message, our taskbar gets in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
Discord's
you don't-
flashing.
oh, so you guys don't like mute that during games?
But as you're dropping it down, Nicholas manages to catch it, and the Lather kind of looks up at you. Can't you send that where you want it to?
Yes.
Edwin, you feel like you're being judged.
What? Just I didn't want it to risk like overshooting and hitting the ground. I'm sure Nicholas has fast enough hand to catch a simple broom.
I did catch it with the hand with 5 fingers.
Like, see, it's all fine. All right, get your ass up here, Nicholas.
Alrighty. Yep. Yes, sir. He's gonna fly up. He's gonna take the hammer. Find a section that will not chip anything like loose. Find a sturdy place to hammer it in, and then he'll tie the 50 feet of rope and drop it down for the people.
You hear Valith from again. If we have the broom, why don't we just use the broom to go up instead of climbing?
Well, that's a good point, Edwin.
Because it's damaged, and I'd rather not use it too many times.
So you'd rather use my rope hit and hammer?
And the last
You-
2 hours of flying haven't bothered you?
It's my broom. I'll do what I wish.
Alrighty. Well, some people might not be strong enough to climb up, Edwin. Will you at least let them fly up?
Fine. If you have weak upper body strength, I will allow you to use the broom.
You see if the Lather is already up. You're not entirely sure when she got on the rope. But she just climbs up without a problem.
Before that happens, Nicholas is going to quietly say to Edwin, "Hey, you remember that weird temple we fell in with all the skulls and everything like that?
Oh, you mean the one with all the puzzles?
Yeah, that sort of thing. You think this might be something that kind of group would do?" He looks at the skulls and the pentagram and everything.
Does the pentagram, like the markings, look similar to the ones that me and Lilith investigated while in that dungeon?
It was it wasn't completed, so you're not sure.
But just like, does the artwork seem similar? Like, does the penmanship or I guess chalkmanship seem
There
similar?
wasn't enough of it to tell. It was literally a star on the ground with a star.
Out of character, it's driving me nuts that I didn't get to see that thing that was following Lilith in the temple. Oh,
want to?
okay. No, I'm good. But I'm sure who wants me.
Can I get
I'm
athletics
good.
checks from Iono, Danu, and Lavinia as they need to get up the rope as well? Iono tries to climb up the rope and falls off. There's a
Oh,
thud.
are we getting some of us a broom or?
Oh my gosh. Edwin.
Lavinia
I got
tries to
a
crawl
The
up the
broom.
boat, falls
The
off the
broom.
rope.
Edwin's
Danu
broom.
tries to crawl up the rope. You hear thud. Oh, I got this. Thud. Oh, I got this. Thud. And the Lethra just looks at you, Edwin.
Nicholas is laughing.
I called
Then
down.
Dro tries, and Dro falls off because
No,
thinks
Dro,
that's
don't do
what we're
that.
doing.
I
He falls
looked
I'm
right
not
on
climbing this rope. I'm
Iono's.
not strong enough.
Dro falls right on Iono's back as he's trying to get up.
He also can't because he's got a stick in his mouth. Couldn't do it even without the stick.
Fine. If I swear, if the broom breaks, you're all pitching in to buy me a new one. And I command the broom to go down to the group. One by one.
I'll go first.
It
I'll
takes a
hop
little bit, but
on.
y'all do get up. Dro manages to hold on with his paws. He keeps the stick.
Nicholas is going to look at the group and say, I'm going to leave this here just in case. Just in case. But he's going to pull up the rope and leave it on top.
Good idea.
Lilith,
Let's-
you
Yeah,
feel
good idea. Until someone throws it down again, and then all the bad guys start coming up.
Lilith, you feel another sharp pain as you get hit with another dart from up ahead, and you see what looks like a blue blur disappear down the tunnel. Need a con save. You're gonna save, so you only take the one piercing.
I assume you got my message.
Yeah, that's why you got shot.
Yep. I'm still going after it.
As the rest of y'all look around, you got everybody up, and you realize we don't have Valithra and Lilith.
Oh, why is she always going ahead of us? Oh,
Well,
Probably because she's stronger, better, faster, cooler, more amazing. I mean, have you seen her hair?
I thought you didn't like Dampiers.
I have no issue with Dampiers. It's only when they're evil and they're with their cousins. I have no
Nicholas,
issue with Lilith.
Nicholas is grabbing his
She-
bowl lantern, lighting it, and following Lilith.
Oh, hey, I just realized I have some candles. You guys want those?
I think we're good. And Edwin will hold up his lantern, pointing it straight down the tunnel.
Hey, Cece, if I have a hand crossbow, do I get if I'm holding my bowl lantern, do I get some sort of penalty for shooting?
No, you can also just attach your lantern to your eye head.
Okay, I'll do that then.
But Lilith, you're the first one that sees as you chase this Valithra a little bit behind. You come into an open, well-lit room with what looks like a green blur standing in front of a tomb, a broken coffin. And the moment you get in, you see it jump over the coffin and you hear a whoosh behind it. As you run out, followed soon by the party.
You say
Sulu.
soon. It's not exactly soon.
Puzzle!
Oh, please.
Nicholas is going to look over at Edwin and sort of like cock his head.
That was obviously our character, but okay, yeah. Oh, a puzzle! Sorry, I like puzzles. What?
You're weird. That's what.
This is very, very strange. Do I see the thing that shot my neck twice?
No.
Okay. Oh, God.
Edwin's gonna step up. And we all see this big thing here, right?
Yeah, but Lilith is the first one in here, so Lilith, what you up to? You were the only one that saw the green blur alongside with Valithra.
Okay, and it jumped over the coffin
Yep, and there is a ploosh as it disappeared.
as it. Okay.
Wait, is Maggie not with us?
No, she
Okay.
stayed back with Lena.
Okay. Well, now that it seems like the audit's away, he's gonna go to Lilith and says, "Does it just quietly say, does this seem similar to like the temple that we
Lilith
were
does
in?"
not respond to you yet because she is still not with the party.
Nope.
Oh,
She is a good
all right.
distance ahead.
Fair enough.
Lilith is going to go up to the coffin and look inside.
You see it's shattered, and most of it looks like it's been pulled out. You see there are guts kind of staining the inside.
I'm taking out a. Do I see a what looks like relatively where the heart would be?
No. There's no. That part isn't there. It looks like
Okay, so
intestinal organs mostly.
but that's it.
Maybe a brain.
Okay, but that's all that's in this
Mhm.
coffin.
Yeah.
All
Can I push
organs
it
in the
into?
brain.
Would it be realistic for me to shove it into the water?
No. It's worked
Okay.
into the stone.
Okay. I don't like that. So Lilith is gonna pop up. She's looking for some kind of riddle or something that gives this looks like a fucking puzzle.
You see there's what remains of a book, but they've been something wet has been messing with it as the pages have been wetted and pulped.
So nothing that I can really do on that.
No.
So
But as you do
okay.
look, you see humming runes on each of the pedestals in the water on the other side.
Okay. Do I recognize the runes?
You do not.
I'm gonna look at Villiether and go, best guess on what we're supposed to do here?
I imagine there's an order to stepping on them. Consequences if we get the wrong one. You can always throw Edwin on it.
Is that when Edwin comes catches up?
Not yet. Because y'all are
Mm.
still getting people up on the lever. On the the rocks. The room behind.
Lilith is gonna step back to Villiether and go, I mean, we could try and have him fly over. See if there's
We could.
consequences for that.
If he's willing to use his stick.
Go ahead.
I don't think I've ever met a man less willing to use his.
Yeah, I'm busy at the moment though.
Who's got a walkie-talkies in the background?
It's
What is
That's all.
they can no longer respond as a server muted them.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
I'll unmute them in a second. That being said,
That was horrifying.
here. Lilith is going to look. Lilith is going to start looking around to see if she can find some kind of riddle. Because this looks really similar to the place that we were in before.
You see there's what looks like a large stone door across, but no writing, no images, nothing. Just fireplaces on either side and the glowing rooms. And it's about this time the rest of the party is able to squeeze their way through.
Oh, finally. The
Well,
nice.
I'm
Hey,
not muted anymore.
hey, Lilith. Does this seem similar to the previous temple we fell into? You know, seems like a lot of the rituals are the same. But what are these?
Trying to figure it out. Don't know yet.
decadent.
Did, is it in a language that these runes are they in a language that anyone speaks?
Nope.
Ooh. Out of character, that was a good idea.
I do speak Druidic. I'm assuming now.
From the Infernal area. Um, yeah. Well, what clues do we have?
None.
Okay.
I'm gonna say out of character, these runes look very Nordic. But anyway, in character, can I roll a Arcana to try and decipher stuff?
You are not able to decipher the language as you're not sure what language they're in or what context they're in.
Well, this has me stumped. I have no idea what this thing is doing. Anyone else?
Hmm.
I think Lilith and I might have a similar idea. Do we see anything in these braziers?
Just fire. Some sticks. Nothing else.
Nicholas is going to walk around and away from the water, but from this distance, right? Can he see on any of the platforms if it seems to be walked on more?
Not as far as you can tell.
Okay.
They all look pristine. And the dark
Mm.
churning waters look like they're murky and you can't actually see past the surface.
Oh,
Seriously, no?
well,
I want to say
my only
Lavinia will.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I want to say Lavinia will just impulsively grab one of her itty bitty candles and kind of just toss one in, just recklessly.
Into the water?
Yep, just onto one of the rune things.
You see, as are on the rune things or into the water?
Onto the rune.
It just kind of plops on there.
Can anyone detect magic to see if any of them differ?
Sadly, no.
I can. I'll go ahead and burn a magic slot. I'll go ahead and detect magic.
Oh.
You feel the air is thick with a form of abjuration magic.
Oh God, as expected.
Google's abjuration.
Abjuration.
I should remember these, but I usually forget.
To burn or struck our creature friend.
Protection magic.
Oh, I mean that's fine.
Hmm. So this clearly is a jumping puzzle. We have to get on one of the platforms. What happens if we just fly over, though? Like,
Why don't you try?
I mean,
Worth a shot.
Oh,
Or
I
act-
have
I will inform them all that I am getting a hint of abjuration. It's possible that whoever made these devices, they might have accounted for that and made preventative measures for that.
No,
Don't
I think it's worth a try. But Edwin, you shouldn't risk yourself. Why don't you just send your broom over and see if it works?
Yeah, I'm not risking my
Nicholas?
broom.
Or go ahead, Edwin.
I have another way to test.
Oh yeah.
Edwin will pull out a piece of string and a piece of wood out of his bag. 1 second. He's gonna roll them between his hands and speak an incantation, summoning an unseen servant.
More importantly, Nicholas, as he's doing this, you see Dro is backing up, puts his back to the wall, and you see that look of mischief on his face. As he is charging.
Dro. No.
Roll me animal handling.
Oh, can I help since I'm also proficient?
This would be specifically for him. If you want, you can go tackle the dog.
You know what? He's got this. I believe in you.
you say that and then watch him fail.
Oh gosh. Oh yes.
He gets almost to the side, and he skids to a halt and looks back at you.
I made a promise. Can't get you hurt. You can't be hurt.
He boofs
What?
at you over his stick.
What?
He
What?
boofs at you through his stick, which he still has in his mouth.
Dro. Let Edwin try his plan out. Why don't you come over here? I've got a nice Dro treat for you. A little piece of dried aged beef, aged 12 weeks in my backpack.
He comes on
Just
back.
kind of looks at the stick again. And he gives him the dry aged beef. You like that, Trev?
He munches on it. He's happy.
Mm.
Edwin, what you doing?
So Edwin, is there any like loose rocks or anything around here?
It's all
Edwin
nice
will.
and clean.
What about this busted up coffin?
You see part of it's had broken in, but the parts that have been busted out are missing.
In that case, do I have anything I can use real quick? 1 second.
While he's doing that, when Dana was is out of character. When Dana was doing the detect magic, did the staff identify anything magical on it, or was the room more overwhelming? Okay,
So it is
gotcha.
just a normal staff.
Or rather, a stick.
The stick.
Just a regular old stick. I'll be honest, I was hoping I could use that to help prepare my broom, but
I was wondering if it was a clue to the puzzle, but who knows?
okay. So Edwin will direct. We'll ask Lavinia. How many candles did you say you had?
Well, now I have 4.
Like, let me borrow those for a second.
Sure, I give them all to him.
All right, I'm gonna hand them all to the unseen servant and direct him to head toward this one. Is this the one that had the candle already thrown onto it?
Yep.
The unseen servant just kind of floats toward things, right? He doesn't
No,
actually
it has
walk.
feet.
Oh, it does?
Mhm.
Okay, so I directed to jump onto the platform and make the candle stick up right side, so it's like on, so it's wick facing up,
It does.
and nothing happens when it jumps on there.
Nope.
All right, I'm going to direct it to jump across to the next one and leave a candle in the exact same way.
Okay.
Nothing happens,
Nope.
and the last one.
Still nothing.
Hey, Edwin, maybe possibly it only affects real beings.
Maybe, I'm going to direct it to come back.
It plops its way back.
I'm going to. Oh, and sorry, I'm going to direct it to come back, collecting all the candles on its way.
It does.
After taking I'm going to take the candles away from it and direct it to jump into the water.
Mm.
You see it disappears into the water.
I'm going to direct it to splash about, make noise. Maybe there's something underneath there that will attack it.
It doesn't splash.
Well, it can do simple tasks like moving around,
I'm
serving
aware.
on. No,
You just see the ripples from when it disappeared under the water.
Perhaps it drowned? Or
I
is
don't think
no more?
I don't think it can drown. Do I still feel it? Like it, I should still be able to feel it. Like
You do not.
well, that's so. No one get in the water. I think there's something not quite right about it.
Well, I mean, not only that, but the thing that's hitting us with darts is in it.
Nicholas is going to walk up to the water's edge, take the stick, and dip it in the water.
It churns the thick, goopy water.
Goopy. He's gonna pull it out and look at the stick.
It runs off like water, but then plops back down with some solidity.
For my detect magic, I know I'm getting sensing abjuration, but am I getting any hit from the water?
Nope. Actually, no. You do get more abjuration from the water.
More abjuration.
I don't think that's water.
Well, it is kind of weird. Not like normal water.
Maybe it's some sort of magical force that's being induced. It's certainly not natural by any means.
Hmm.
Can it be magically induced?
Did you see anything in the coffin that can give us any context clues?
Just a soggy book that's illegible.
No.
That's it.
And some guts.
Got it.
Ooh.
And by illegible, do you mean like by like different language, or just can't read it?
It's soggy and pulpy.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And I don't have mending.
Mending wouldn't even be able to repair that.
Yeah.
And
So
I want to go take a look inside the coffin to look at the guts. Like, specifically, is it like just like entrails, intestines, stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
No heart, no heart though.
Nope, no heart.
Oh, there's no heart. I see the brain, right?
From where you are, yeah, you have it. You can see what's left of like half a brain and a bunch of internal organs, mostly intestines.
Someone probably took the heart to perform some sort of ritual, but
You're missing the stomach, the lungs, the kidneys, all that shit too.
stomach, lungs. Are we dealing with some Science of the Lambs bullshit here?
All there is in there is half a brain and some intestines.
Someone makes good breads.
Lilith will start going to look, like, get down on her hands and knees and is going to be looking at the pedestal.
You see the wood or the stone looks like it was shattered at some point, but the rubble has almost completely been removed.
Hmm.
Hey, Dana, when you did your detect magic, did you sense if there were any other pedestals that different levels of magic, I should say?
Did I?
No,
Or is it all just
you don't detect levels. It's just magic.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and so far I've only been sensing abjuration, just outright.
Correct.
No, I I don't think I can sense any. I don't think I can sense intensity, but rather just its form. And at least for now, it looks like there's a strong sense of abjuration just all over this room.
Okay. Well, there's always the Edwin Broom plan.
Not unless someone wants to try and jump across.
I'll say Lavinia just recklessly jumps right as Lilith says that.
Where are you jumping? You're still way in the back.
I have no idea. I guess I'll move forward and like try and jump like just to do.
Which one?
I don't know.
Are you jumping on the
I
F?
thought I was
or
next to
the
the symbols because I dropped my candle over there.
You haven't moved your token.
I can't move it.
Why can't you
My
move it?
roll 20 doesn't work.
Why doesn't your where are you going?
Just right next to Danu, I guess.
Okay, so you're jumping on the blue one?
Yeah.
Those are pretty far jumps, too.
It's a pretty decent jump, but with a run, Lavinia rushes over and lands on the blue one. You wobble a little bit, but you manage to give a thumbs up to the others as you hear a noise behind you. And a frog
Hey,
jumps out of the
jump
water.
across one at a time. Ah!
You see it's got a blade made of what looks like black obsidian, and it takes a chop at you. That is going to hit, and you are going to take 7 slashing and 1 poison as we enter initiative. However, we are at the 30-minute mark, and this combat might take a little bit, so do y'all want to leave it for next week?
It's up to everyone.
Yeah, it's up to you guys.
Might be good to have Lavinia actually able to use their sheet. Or not sheet, their roll 20.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
my roll 20 doesn't work any day of the week. Like, I've tried multiple times. to get my roll 20 to work, and it doesn't do shit.
We'll work on that throughout the week. But are y'all good with leaving here and starting the Battle of Fresh next week?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Alrighty. Then I thank everybody for watching. Feel free to join us for next week's adventure as we find out what happens with this damn frog and these damn runes. See y'all later. Bye. Whoops.